All right. So my co-host Ronan says he's pushing the button now, which means we're live. So good morning. It is Wednesday. We are nearing the halfway mark of our week. I hope your week is going awesome and amazing and productive, and you're healthy and you're making a difference for others and yourself. And that's what we're here to try to do for you. We are going to be doing a short training. And I hope it's meaningful for you. I hope it helps you in your business. And we're about to get started. Let me just check the time here. And lo and behold, it's the bottom of the hour. So it is time to begin. All right. My name is Brian Williams. I am the founder of a company called Real Appointments, where we guarantee sales appointments for our business-to-business clients in various industries that do business with other businesses. So today, we're not really going to be talking much about that. We are, though, going to be talking about a topic that is near and dear to our hearts. Before we get into that, though, I'd like to bring up my co-host, Ronan. There he is. And today you're appearing on this side of me. Every day he appears on a different side. I have no idea why, but it's cool.
I'm actually digitally standing behind you, and then I just pop out.
Okay.
And each day it's different. But now, good morning. Good hump day morning. It's a great day. And I think today we're talking about messaging, right?
Messaging, the magic of messaging. Yes. So we're going to show you specifically the messages that we use in our business when we make new connections on LinkedIn and Facebook and things like that, as well as some outreach messages that we use for our existing connections that are really working well. And that's what we want to show. Sometimes we wonder well, what do I say? What do I say so that I position myself in the right way? And so that's what we're going to talk about today and show you specifically what we're doing.
Well, I'm going to pop out and I'll pop back in towards the end. See you in a bit.
Sounds great. All right. So let's get into this. And before I share with you my screen, I just want to also alert you to two things. Number one, if you're listening here live and Ronan just put the little ticker tape at the bottom, please post comments, ask questions. You could be watching this on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, or no matter where you are. If you post a comment, we'll see it and we will get to your questions. And we really, really like it when you do that, because it just gets me more enthusiastic. Not that I'm not enthusiastic enough already, but I love hearing your feedback and I love answering your questions. That's number one. Number two, if you like what you hear today and you want more, we are hosting and Ronan put that up too. I love having a co-host who's on it. This Friday at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, we are hosting our Guaranteed Sales Appointments Workshop Masterclass. It's free. All you got to do is sign up at guaranteedsalesappointments.com. You'll get to go through our workbook, and you'll end up at the end of that with a 7-day action plan where you'll be able to get your next guaranteed sales appointment using our process. So with that, let's get into the content. Ronan, you may share my screen. All right, let me get to the right page, not my music, not that. Okay, so this is a little piece of our workshop that I want to cover today in the next 10, 12 minutes here about messaging. And so we're going to share with you, I'm going to share with you 3 key components to how we approach this. The first being, always make it about them. And when I'm using the word them, I'm referring to the person you're messaging, okay? So it's sometimes easy to want to talk about us, right? We all like talking about us. We all like talking about what we do, what we're interested, our business, right? Well, guess what? So does everybody else. So when we make our messaging all about them and put them at the forefront and hold back the urge to talk about what we have, you will have a much better success rate in developing meaningful relationships in any environment, especially in social media. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples. So one example here is with a client of ours, Joe Kennemore. Many of you may know him. He's here local in Las Vegas. And this is a simple just connection request, okay? So one of Joe's markets are large technology companies. And so here he's reaching out to Hitachi, and his message to connect is simply, Simon, hope you are doing well. Let's connect here on LinkedIn. Simon's not someone Joe knows already. So it's a cold connection request. A couple of key points here. Using the word you, right, puts the conversation more towards the other person. The other key point here, it's not salesy, obviously. It's just short, sweet, to the point. And because Joe's already done his work on making sure that his profile is perfectly positioned for this market and some other things that we've talked about in the past calls this week, he gets a very, very high response rate to these types of simple connection messages. Another example, here's a message from Ronan, my co-host and business partner, to someone that just connected, just accepted a connection request with him. And Ronan said, "Hi, John, thanks for connecting. I hope all is well with you. And business is good at Allegiance." That's John's company. So it's making it about John, right? And showing respect for John, not talking about Ronan, not talking about what Ronan wants to get into yet. So those are just some simple, very, very simple. I know it seems too easy to be true, but this stuff really, really, really works. All right, next, number 2 is short non-sales messages, okay? Especially when you are just getting to know somebody, just starting to build that relationship. So there's lots of different ways that you can do this. I'm going to show you a message that we are currently using in our messaging sequence, sometimes with existing contacts, sometimes with people that are relatively new. And I just want to give you an example of what this might look like. You can use this on your own. You can modify it. You can do your own thing. I just want to share with you the kind of stuff that's working well. And I'll read this, at least part of this, because you may not be able to see it on the screen that you're on. It just basically says hello. Then you put the person's first name in. First and foremost, I hope you and your family are holding up well during these uncertain and challenging times. Although we are all in the same storm together, many of us are riding through it in different boats and achieving different results. For many businesses, this is a great time to be working on your business instead of the usual in your business. If you'd like to chat, let's have a quick conversation together to see what that might look like. All my best. And, there is we'll call it call to action, right? Where we're asking for that conversation, but it comes across thoughtful. It comes across in a non-sales friendly, caring manner. And that's what you're after. So you could use this message if you want, or make up your own, but these are the kinds of messages that really resonate with people and get the relationship built with the people that you want. The third point, or the third tip or strategy I want to talk about with regards to messaging is a technique that we use where we send third-party relevant content to your market. And what do I mean by third-party relevant content? Well, what I mean are pieces of information, videos, articles, audio files, podcast interviews, PDF files, infographics, picture, whatever content makes sense that you did not create. It was created by someone else, by another business or another person, but it's relevant to the person you're speaking with. So the philosophy here works like this. When you send something that's A, relevant to what they might be interested in, and B, something that's non-selfish, meaning you didn't create it, it doesn't feel salesy. It doesn't feel like it's a self-promotion of like a blog post that you made, or a video that you made. It's not that you cannot ever send that stuff. You can. But especially when you're building a relationship, you want to take that kind of salesy pressure and weirdness out of the equation. And a technique to do that is to send stuff that you didn't create, but that someone else did. And I'll show you some examples of how that's used. So going back to Ronan's new relationship with John, after a few days passes, Ronan sent out to John this article that he found in Forbes magazine online that is relevant to John's business. Okay, it has nothing to do with what Ronan's business is, which is to generate sales appointments. It has everything to do with John. And he done that. And then about a week or so later, Ronan does it again. He finds another article on this business to community.com website Again, another article possibly relevant to John. And one thing I'll point out here in Ronan's message to John is that he asks the question. He says, John, have you experienced what this article is describing? What's your strategy for going after those technology dollars? So he's attempting to engage John in a conversation, not sell John at this point, just engage with John. And the result of that, I'll show you as well, was that John responded back to Ronan and first thanks Ronan for sending these articles to him. When's the last time you were thanked for sending a message to someone you just met on LinkedIn? So that's pretty cool. And I think very, very powerful and meaningful. And in addition to this, because John was grateful and thankful for what Ronan was doing, John says, hey, let's get on the phone together and chat and see how we can do some business, right? I like to learn more about what you do in your company, and provides Ronan with his email address, phone number, and his calendar link to set an appointment up. So in this case, Ronan didn't even have to ask for the appointment. It was given to him, if you will. So those are 3 examples of the kinds of approaches that we take for ourselves and for our clients when it comes to messaging, especially new connections on social media. And like I had said in the beginning, if you want to learn our entire system for guaranteeing sales appointments, please join us this Friday at 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. You can register for your free seat at guaranteedsalesappointments.com. And what you'll walk away with is a 7-day action plan to generate at least your next, at least one sales appointment, possibly more, using the strategies that we use in our business with our clients. And we invite you to learn with us. And during that, you'll have an opportunity to interact with us and get your questions answered and get whatever help you need. So that's really what I wanted to cover, Ronan, today. I'm going to go off my shared screen and get back to, there we go. Hello.
Hi.
Okay. So that's what I wanted to cover during our messaging conversation. Is there anything else that that you want to add to this conversation? Is there anything else you want me to share?
Yeah, the messaging, the experience I have when I do it the right way is that people tend to engage. Not everybody, some people are not on LinkedIn as much as you'd want them to be, but most are, and they're getting the messages. At the very least, they're appreciative. They'll say, thank you, I'll read it. And that has been very useful because we're building relationships with people. And then when I do finally have the conversation with them, then they're, it's like we're buddies.
Exactly. We'll share one new strategy. I haven't even talked with you about this, Ronan. So surprise. And Ronan's thinking, oh no, here he goes again. No. But one thing I've been testing this week, I don't have enough experience or history in how this is working yet, but I'm going to show anyway. I don't know about you, but I will get random connection requests, right, coming to me through LinkedIn, through Facebook, right, of people who I don't know yet, or at least I don't remember meeting in the physical world, we'll call it. And what I'm doing with those is I accept most of them because why not? And what I'm doing, especially with people who I don't remember meeting in any other environment or just don't know flat out, is I respond back to them immediately. So I accept the connection, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever, and then I respond back. Let's say it was you connecting to me. I would say, "Hey, Ronan, nice to meet you." And I'll ask a question like, "How are things going?" Or "How's business?" Or if I see that they're from Las Vegas or from some area, say, "What's it like in Seattle these days?" Or whatever. And so far, about half of the people have responded back with a comment and then asking me, how's my business or how are things going for me? And that starts a conversation. It is interesting to me that it's only half, but because they're the ones that reached out to me with wanting me to respond to their connection requests. So I don't have enough history yet to report on the results, if you will, of those new relationships, but it is something easy to do. And look, they reached out to me to connect with, so it seems like a logical thing to possibly engage in a conversation. The only thing that goes on in my mind about this strategy is I don't know if they're a great fit for my business or what have you. I'm just sort of being nice, but who knows? We'll see where it goes. So there you go. There's a bonus item I didn't even plan on talking about.
And what's useful about what you're pointing to is that try things, try things and see what works. Yeah.
Exactly.
You're out there. The big thing I want people to understand is that LinkedIn is the digital version of the after work mixer. And you're out there to meet people. Like Brian and I have heard numerous times, I didn't connect on them because I don't know them. No, that's why you do want to connect with them, because you don't know them. Get to know them. This is networking. This is not Facebook. I mean, we're on Facebook, but we're not talking about Facebook, right? So Facebook, maybe you're a little bit more guarded about who it is you connect to and who is your friend, because you're posting things that are personal. You want to control that audience maybe. But LinkedIn, you do want to go out there and meet people, and messaging them and getting connected with them, especially in a time like this, where you don't have the after hours gatherings with the liquor and the business cards. This is the way to do it. And you want to be able to send a message to people that relates to them, that connects to them, and has them want to connect with you, not simply just to pitch you, right? But really get connected. And then, of course, we talked Monday about, and picking the audience. And tomorrow, what's really great is we're going to go over Sales Navigator, which is going to allow you to really hone in and focus on the people that you're trying to connect to, so that you don't get pitched at and then you don't have to be pitchy to them.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. And by the way, in addition to Sales Navigator, I'm going to show some new things I've learned about the free LinkedIn search that I'm going to share. So, yeah. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Everybody have a really, really powerful Wednesday. And go, I like Wednesday because to me, it's like, I want to end Wednesday knowing that I have I am absolutely going to accomplish what I set out to accomplish this week. So I have a lot to finish this Wednesday. I don't know about you, because I'm going to go into Thursday going, you know what? I can't necessarily breathe easy Thursday, but I know I'm going to get to my main objective. So go out there and crush it and have a great, great Wednesday.
Yep. We'll see you tomorrow.